This is pissing me off to no end.
And good evening and welcome to Tippin Gymnasium here on the campus of PennWest Clarion. We get set tonight for District 9 AA semifinal action as the Otto Eldred Terrors get set to take on the Karns City Gremlins. Mike Kalinowski along with Dustin Kifer. We've got Brett English over here on the computer. I want to thank Ben Jewett and all the folks here at Clarion University for the great video shots we're going to be getting tonight. Well, Dustin getting set for this one. Some folks are angry already as we're getting set for this contest this evening. And I'll tell you what, it should be a good one on the basketball court tonight. Otto Eldred comes in. They have been on fire, and Karns City has been rolling along as well. And these two teams get set to meet up and see who will go on, to Saturday to the championship coming up here at Clarion University.
This is always a fun time of year, Mike, when you get to the District 9 play. It's not just because of the obvious things, which are, battling for a District 9 championship, those spots in the PIAA state playoffs, but just simply getting to see, even though we're all in the same PIAA district, there isn't necessarily a ton of, inter-league play between these teams. So we don't get to see a ton of matchups between the North Tier League and the AML and the KSAC. A little bit more overlap between the AML and the KSAC just because of geography. We did see Otto Eldred come down. They took on Clarion Limestone earlier this season. Clarion Limestone actually getting a win in that game over this Otto Eldred team. That's the only loss of the season for this Otto Eldred team. But that's one of the things that I always look forward to at this time of the year, and I really enjoy with this time of the year, is just getting to see. You watch them, you see the scores. For us down here in Clarion County, we see all of these scores, and we see them night after night, and we know they are very good basketball teams, but we don't know a ton about them. And it's great to get a chance to see the really good basketball teams from across District 9 when we get to this point in the District 9 playoffs.
Sure is, and we got some good ones tonight too, because after this one we have a very local affair in the second semifinal game as Red Bank Valley and Clarion Limestone will lock horns. And if you don't think that's going to be a war, you have something else coming to you. That's going to be something because, of course, Clarion Limestone was able to knock off Red Bank Valley to knock them out of that KSAC championship game. Clarion Limestone then fell in that game to Karns City. But still, let me tell you what, Red Bank, they want to come back and show CL that they're gonna be a formidable foe. But CL wants to prove that loss certainly wasn't any fluke, that they're going to come out and play hard too.
Yeah, that's an exciting one right there. I'll tell you, I'm excited about tonight with 4 teams. We're in the semifinals of the 2A playoffs here at Tippin tonight. 3 of these 4 teams that are playing tonight, everybody but Red Bank Valley, was in the semifinals last year. Otto Eldred was here, Karns City was here, Clarion Limestone was here. Last year was Otto Eldred and Clarion Limestone in the District 9 championship game. CL ended up winning that one last year. Keep in mind, too, this Otto Eldred team, this is a state semifinalist from last year. They lost to Aliquippa. They come out as the 2 seed from District 9, lost to CL in the championship game, and then make a run in the state playoffs. It's the beauty of the PIAA state playoffs and the fact that if you're at least in 2A, boys side, you got to be one of the top 3 teams in the district. But it's one of the exciting things about it is you can come out as a 2 seed and still make yourself a little run. They ended up falling to Aliquippa here at Tippin in that state semifinal. But, that's one of the exciting parts about tonight, too. Another part of tonight that excites me is there's some experience here. These are a couple of teams, and CL coming up later on. Red Bank is no stranger to big games as well. I think it's going to be a lot of teams that they're ready for the stage that they're on tonight, and we're going to see some great basketball.
All right, we'll take a quick time out here. We've got a lot of sponsors to get in, and we'll be back. A few keys to this ball game get you set up tonight. It is Otto Eldred and Karns City here at Tippin, and you're watching it live. It's Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops right here on the EYT Media Network.
Oaks Building Supply is dedicated to providing quality building products to the community. You will always find what you need for your home improvement project and get great advice on how to do the job at Oaks Building Supply. Customer satisfaction is a top priority. Oaks Building Supply, for all your building and lumber supply needs. Located on Route 66 in Lucinda.
Zockrell Motor Truck Sales in Clarion is an International Diamond Ed certified service department. As one of only 276 such shops in all of North America, you can be sure that when your medium or heavy-duty truck needs service, the job will be done correctly at Zockrell Motors. Our work is guaranteed nationwide at any international truck dealer, and our parts and service prices can't be beaten. Our technicians are factory trained and factory certified. Don't trust a shop that just thinks that they can make repairs. Come to Zockrell Motors Diamond Edge Certified Service Department. If it's maintenance you need, click ZockrellMotors.com or call us for a quote on those jobs too. Our prices are great. Best of all, you know the repair is done right and it's guaranteed. Get your truck service work done at Zockrell Motor Truck Sales, 2 miles north of exit 64 Interstate 80 in Clarion.
Clarion Forest VNA believes the emotional and physical well-being of a patient is enhanced by the patient receiving care in the familiar surroundings of home. Their staff of caring professionals work closely with physicians to administer quality care to meet the needs of each individual. As a pioneer in home health care in Clarion and Forest County, Clarion Forest VNA continue to grow to meet the community's need for in-home care, offering many different services and programs to meet the patient's need. Clarion Forest VNA, located at 271 Perkins Road in Clarion. Call us toll-free at 1-800-262-2118.
Oh, Dustin, you all ready tonight as we get set for this contest here this evening as the AA semifinals here in District 9 rolling on the EYT Media Network. Mike Kalinowski, Dustin Kifer here. Brett English over here to my left. We've had to keep him in line tonight, too. He's all excited, and it should be a really good one this evening.
I hope they make that announcement about keeping your shirt on that they have during the KSAC playoffs here at Tippin, because, Brett, we've had to battle so far tonight. But
well, he actually, I guess today he went and had himself painted. One side was white and blue for the Otto team and purple and gold on the other side. So I don't know. Maybe he'll
I just like
us.
that he's fair and balanced. That's important in our job.
Certainly is. Dustin, you look at both of these teams. We know Karns City really well. We know Karns City is going to have a tough time tonight here with Otto Eldred. This is a very good basketball team. What do you think Karns City needs to do to come out here and get a win tonight and move on?
Karns City comes in 8 straight wins. They've got to continue to play the game that has gotten them 8 straight wins, including that KSAC championship. So one of the first keys, you got to control the glass. Peters and Kramer. Inside play, I think, is going to be a big part of this one. If they can dominate the inside, both dominate the glass and dominate offensively near the rim, it's going to pay off big time for Karns City. In this one, shot selection is critical as well for this. It's critical for every team in basketball, but it's very important for this Karns City team. Get the ball inside. If you're shooting threes, try to go inside out on those threes, not creating off the dribble type of things. You know, we know Bailey can knock down shots. Get those from the inside out, those type of shots. Kramer and Peters inside are going to be important as well. Try to get second chance opportunities and get those putbacks finished near the hoop if you're Karns City, winners of 8 straight and the KSAC champions. For Otto Eldred, Karns City's game isn't so much to pressure the ball. They're not like CL where they're going to full court press you and they're going to be right up on you and pressuring all the time. But if Karns City does, you got to be able to handle that pressure. That was one of the things that kind of led to Clarion Limestone's victory over Otto Eldred earlier this season, was the pressure of Clarion Limestone in that physical play. So we'll see if Karns City changes things up philosophically in that one as well. And you have to be able to counter their inside game. This Otto Eldred team with just 1 loss, and they're the NTL champions, Mike. This is a team that has played. It hasn't just been 25 games this season they played together and the games from last year. This is a group that plays a ton of basketball in the off season as well. That is why they are a state semifinalist from last year in your number 2 seed and just a 1-loss team in this District 9 2A playoffs.
Yeah, Derek Francis had mentioned, I read some of the stories leading up to this, and he said, you know, he has 25 guys that play year-round, and that's what really makes a big difference. It sure is. And we're going over to Dave Cadis here momentarily. We'll have our national anthem, team introductions, and more. We're in the Carly Tire pregame show here on Laurel Clinic Hoops. It is the KSAC semifinals here for boys tonight in AA. And you can hear, well, we got to keep an eye on Brett. They said keep an eye on all small children.
I heard that. Yep.
Now, is your son around? Is Andrew around tonight?
He is not tonight, no. He is not here.
Is he grounded?
No, he's not. homework or something.
Oh.
Do these teachers not know that it's District 9 playoff time? I mean, come on. It's District 9 playoffs. There should be no homework this week.
All right, here we go with our anthem coming up.
At this time, we ask you to please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, here we go with the team introductions coming up now with Mr. Cadis. Team introductions, too, and starting lineups, Dustin, are brought to you by Janie Montgomery Scott. Got to
Remember
get
the
that
good
in.
news here, if you're these two teams,
And now
the
for the
season
starting
isn't done yet.
lineups. First, for the Karns City Gremlins.
Boy, he's loud. I got to turn him down.
At guard, 5'11" senior, number 1, Hobie Bartow. Also at guard, 5'11" senior, number 2, Tate Bailey. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 4, Luke Kramer. At forward, a 6'2" senior, number 12, Jacob Callahan. And at forward, a 6'6" junior, number 55, Shane Peters. Head coach of the Gremlins is Zach Keppel. And now the starting lineups for the Otto Eldred Terrors. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 0, Manning Splade. At forward, a 6'3" junior, number 2, Davey Shenfield. At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 3, Landon Francis. At center, a 6'4" senior, number 4, Braxton Caldwell. And at forward, 6'2" junior, number 12, Gene Thomas. Head coach of the Terrors is Derek Francis.
There we go. The team introductions are just about set to go, Dustin.
Enjoy the game.
Great night of basketball here at Tippin Gymnasium. Karns City, Otto Eldred. These are two teams. They're going to be physical with each other. It'll be interesting, too, to see how the officials go about the game. We have seen some of the games where they've allowed a little bit more to go, and we have seen some called a little bit tighter. We'll have to see how it kind of goes here this evening.
Well, it's part of the game of basketball, right? Every game that you play, you have to get a feel for how the game is going to be officiated. What's going to be let go? How much are they going to let them play? How much are they not going to let them play? And that's all part of the game. And it's going to be that feeling out process that you get in the first few minutes of that first quarter. And then usually by that point, the good teams like Karns City, like Otto Eldred, like CL, like Red Bank here tonight at Tippin, they're going to settle in just fine. And it's going to be a great night. Hey, don't forget, I mentioned it before there. Loser season not over just yet here. 3 teams qualify for the PIAA playoffs. There's a consolation game. Right now it's scheduled for Friday night. We'll see if that changes at all here. But the losers of tonight's games will go into that Consi, battling for the 3rd and final spot in the PIAA playoffs.
All right, here we go.
Kudos to Mr. Hartle there.
Yeah, he
checking
turned
to make
around.
sure we're ready to go.
And we should have said no.
See what they do.
Splade Peters sat here in the middle of the court, and we're underway. Ball controlled by Otto Eldred as we go here. It's Francis with the basketball. They'll work it here to the right side, just underway. Kills Kitchens is our first quarter sponsor. Thomas driving to the hoop. Shots just off the mark. No good. The ball is going to be rebounded by Callahan. Here's Bailey with that basketball. Bailey works it over here to Bartow. Bartow up top to Kramer. Kramer Hands it to Bailey. Bailey at the top of that key. Underneath, Callahan opens up. Shot good. And the Gremlins are on the board first.
Switched on the screen at the top there, Mike, and the extra help defender stepped up. Nice look inside to get the bucket for Karns City early on.
Here's Thomas. Works it over to the left side. Shenfield over there. Shenfield going to pass that off to Francis. Francis. Cross court down in the corner. Thomas, three-pointer on the way. It's off the mark, and Peters there with the rebound. Here comes Karns City. Kramer with it. Kramer driving. Picks that ball back up. Kicks it to Bailey. Bailey fakes into the lane. Bailey's going to put up that shot. It's just off the mark. Tips out. Callahan hands it off to Peters. Peters is going to have it ripped away, though, by Thomas. Down on the other end. Drive to the hoop. And the charge is going to be called on the drive, that time by Shenfield.
Good work by Karns City. That's one thing we didn't talk about in our pregame show a whole lot was Otto Eldred's interest in wanting to run the floor. And we're going to see them do that. We just saw them do that on that possession. That's nice work getting into possession and being able to draw that offensive foul.
Up top, Bartow with it. Bartow spins around. Bartow drives right to the hoop. Takes that shot. Fade away. It's no good. Ball comes back out to Bailey. Bailey, boy, faked it. Yeah, he has taken a shot like that before. He's dangerous up top.
Otto Eldred defensively in a man defense and a fairly tight man defense here as well. Not sagging too much.
Bailey driving, dumps it over. Bartow, one-step shot. No good. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds, and it stays Karns City. Ball tipped out by Thomas.
That's one of those finishes near the hoop that Karns City is going to need tonight, but good work. I talked about it in the keys to the game before the game. Bailey doing a nice job with shot selection. He had a shot there on his side of the paint. It was double teamed there. A lot of hands were going to be in the way of that. That's a nice look to Bartow.
Callahan goes up strong. It's off the mark, and the rebound is pulled down here by Caldwell.
That's some great positioning there by Thomas for Otto Eldred to avoid a foul, but make it a very difficult shot.
Ball's going to be lost out of bounds, but last touched here by Karns City.
Pick and roll was there. The roll was heading to the hoop, and it was there, and just tipped enough to knock it away from the Terror. Stays with Otto Eldred.
Ball comes right in, back to the corner to Francis. Francis to Thomas in the left corner. Up top to Splain. And Francis controls again on the right side. Francis driving up, goes up strong. And the rebound put back is good by Caldwell. Good board work by Caldwell.
Offensive glass. You got to control the glass. You got to keep Karns City from controlling the glass if you're Otto Eldred in this game. And that's a nice second chance opportunity for the Terrors.
How about Bailey from downtown Clarion on the three-pointer on that one?
He's always good for a couple of those games, if not more. One of those ones where he just steps back and says, let's go. I'll take one.
Ball up top here to the right side. Thomas with it on the right side with Kramer on him driving. Ball's tipped in the lane. Tipped ahead. Bartow's going to take it on the other end. And Bartow with the easy layup. And how about Karns City up here by a score of 7-2.
So I realize that should be an assist to Callahan. And I know everybody has different roles for what an assist is, but him swatting that basketball ahead from inside the arc on his defensive end, he saw Bartow there. That's a great look from Callahan.
Oh, how about Kramer going up to get that rebound? Splain took that deep shot. Bailey now looking, comes back up top to Kramer. Kramer banging, and Kramer's going to get called for the offensive foul.
It's the first on Karns City, so obviously the first on Luke Kramer.
That's his first.
Mike Otto Eldred is pressuring the ball and pretty much pressuring everybody else as well. You're talking deny the whole way across the board or darn close to it on the defensive end for Otto Eldred and making Karns City work, no matter who has the basketball.
4:22 to go here in this first quarter. 7-2 lead here for Karns City. Ball right underneath, kicked into the paint, and that shot in and out, no good, comes out to Peters.
So it didn't connect for the Terrors, but can you tell they've done that 200 or 300 times, this group of guys, to the corner, and they're driving baseline, and then the guy cutting right down the paint.
Bartow, three-pointer on the other side. Bartow now 5 in the ball game, and it's an 8-point lead now for Karns City.
We've seen this from Karns City. We saw it in the semifinal in the KSAC. We saw it in the championship game. Early starts, quick starts for them.
Francis shots off the front of the rim. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch here by Karns City. We do have the media timeout here. 3:42 to go here in quarter number 1, 10-2 our score. Karns City with the lead, and you're watching the District 9 AA semifinals, Laurel Clinic Hoops right here on the EYT Media Network.
Hey, Julie, nice deck. Did you get that at Tio Nesta Builder Supply?
It's Tio Nesta Builder Supply, and yes, Dave, I did.
Wonder if they sell siding and roofing at Tio Nesta Builder Supply.
It's Tio Nesta, and yes, Tio Nesta Builder Supply has that too. Come on, Dave. You've never been there? They have 2 showrooms for anything home improvement. Mom got a custom kitchen there. Bill down the street got the materials for his garage. They have this awesome website, www.tionestabuilders.us. You can buy online. They really have everything for the home.
Wow, I'm heading over to Tio Nesta. I know. Tio Nesta Builders.
Tio Nesta Builder Supply Home Improvement Center. Family owned and operated since 1958 with locations in Tio Nesta and Shippenville.
That sounds good. I'll check them out online at tionestabuilders.us.
All right, there you go. You hear the horn, and we're back, ready to roll here. Ball's going to be dumped into Thomas. 10-2, Karns City leads here in the first quarter.
6'1" senior forward Isaiah Demick checked into the game on that timeout for Otto Eldred, Mike.
Ball up top to Splain. He's got to chase that one down. Splain driving in, kicks it back out here to Francis. Francis on the baseline. That shot no good. Rebound though, and the putback. That is good though by Caldwell. And he's got all 4 points for the Terrors.
And both of them have been second chance points for the Terrors as well. So far so good. And the shots have been good for Otto Eldred. They've had really good looks. Just haven't necessarily connected on them, and including a couple very close to the hoop.
They'll fight for the ball. Thomas going the other way. Thomas with the layup. No good. Put back though by Caldwell is, and he's fouled. And Caldwell up to the line for the old-time 3-point play.
How about Braxton Caldwell, Mike? That's all 3 buckets for Otto Eldred, and all 3 of them have been second chance points for them. Bailey picks up his first, second foul whistled against Karns City. Well, Caldwell looking to make it all 7 points, and he does. First trip to the line for either team in this one. Yeah, and Otto Eldred comes out in a zone after the timeout there. It's 1-2-2. So didn't really cause many problems.
Up top, Bartow.
Yeah. Terror fans wanted a carry. Happened right in front of the Otto Eldred bench.
Kramer going strong. Kramer with the basket.
Luke Kramer!
I'll tell you what, I want to see you and Kramer in a cage match.
3.5 seconds.
It's Splain with the shot. Splain's going to nail that shot. It's a 2-pointer just inside the arch.
Until I run out screaming. I wouldn't even go. I wouldn't even fight.
12-9 the score here. Ball over to Bartow. Bartow up top. Bailey back to Kramer. Kramer's going to drive. Kramer goes up. And the shot no good. Fight for the ball. Ball going to be into the hands of Caldwell. Kicks out ahead. That's Demick with the basketball, and he's going to slow things down.
Yeah, it's a good decision. It's a one-on-one opportunity there, and he decides let's cycle through our offense. We've had some good looks, actually moving the ball around, so instead of forcing something.
Francis from the corner, and no good. Rebound by Kramer. Karns City led by 8. They lead by 3 with 1:37 to go here in the first. Here's Bartow. Bartow goes back up top to Kramer. Kramer spinning around. Kramer's going to take that shot, and it goes. I'll tell you what, Kramer for a big muscular guy, he shoots well.
You like when Kramer can knock down the mid-range jumper. You like it more when he's taking the ball strong to the hoop and doing things from the low block area, but you'll take those jumpers any day of the week.
So 14-9 Gremlins, 1:07 to go here in the quarter. Ball to Caldwell. He's got 7 in this one. Ball to the corner, underneath Caldwell. Caldwell going up strong. Has it blocked by Callahan. Here comes Karns City.
That's a great double from Callahan there. Peters was in good position on him too.
Ball up top, Bailey. Down to the corner. Bartow will work it up, 40 seconds. Bailey Bailey driving, dumps it down. Callahan wide open. Great pass. And a basket for Callahan.
The respect for Tate Bailey is what makes him play like that. They know the athlete he is. They know the scorer that he is. Take it strong to the hoop. You're going to draw a couple of defenders, Mike.
Playing over to Francis. Deep three-pointer for Francis. No good. Rebound Kramer. Karns City still with 16 seconds.
Multiple good looks from behind the arc for Otto Eldred in this game. They're going to fall at some point in this game.
I thought Coach Keppel might say play for the last shot. He just goes, go, go. And that ball loose. And the ball's going to go to Karns City. Kramer gets up after he was also knocked down.
That's a tough contact for Kramer to take there because the whistle had already blown for the held ball, and the jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it with Karns City here. But he took a little contact after the fact. There might have been a foul there had it not been called a jump ball prior to the contact.
Here's Callahan. Callahan driving right to the hoop. Oh, at the buzzer it doesn't go, but 16-9 as Karns City leads Otto Eldred, and we will go to quarter number 2. You're watching Laurel Clinic District 9 playoff hoops right here on the EYT Media Network.
Locally owned and operated, Hager Paving of Strattonville provides a range of services: hot mix asphalt, cold patch asphalt, tar and chipping, and seal coating. Hager Paving's reputation in business is based on customer service, referrals, and your satisfaction. Serving residential, commercial, industrial, and local municipalities throughout Western Pennsylvania, exceptional service, exceptional quality. That's Hager Paving of Strattonville. Call 814-764-5080. That's 814-764-5080 for Hager Paving.
Here at Tippin Gymnasium. It is John Calipari Court, and a great one here so far. 16-9 as Karns City leads Otto Eldred here in the boys AA semifinal in District 9.
8 of the 9 points, 7 of the 9 points for Otto Eldred coming from the hand of Braxton Caldwell, including really all 7 of them coming from putback points, second chance points, rebounds, and putbacks for him. And he also got fouled, had an old-fashioned three-point play to give him 7 points after the end of the first quarter.
Bartow comes out. Kramer's going to get that ball right back into the hands of Bartow. Here's Bailey.
Very clean first quarter, Mike. Very few turnovers in that first frame.
Ball up top, Bartow spinning around. Gives it to Callahan and back to Bailey. Ball tipped and taken away by Francis. Here's Francis bringing it the other way. Francis down, and that shot is good as Shenfield will get his first 2 points of the ball game.
Since that timeout by Otto Eldred, 2.5, 3 minute mark in that first quarter, they've had a 9-6 advantage in this one.
How about Kramer again? 6 points for Kramer.
Our guy Mike Kilroy, sports editor for exploreClarion, pointed out he might be the best contested shooter that you'll see, and he really is.
Ball comes back out. That's Francis driving, bounce pass to Thomas. Thomas puts up that shot. It's off the mark. Rebound by Bartow. Bartow's going to kick that ahead to Callahan. Here's Callahan working it. Callahan smartly gets it to Bailey.
I'm usually a huge fan of the extra pass. That might have been a time where Francis threw one too many.
Bailey tried that three quickly, but it doesn't go. Here come the Terrors. A 7-point lead for Karns City. Thomas hands it off here to Shenfield. And to Francis. Here's Thomas. Underneath, Callahan. Shot, good. Caldwell with that basket. I said Callahan, that is Caldwell with the basket. We do have a timeout, a full timeout by Otto Eldred. We'll break to 18-13 Karns City. 6:05 to go in the second. And it's Laurel Clinic Hoops on the EYT Media Network.
Want to cut your cooling costs this summer? With a highly efficient air conditioning system, you can save up to 50% in energy cost while enjoying more consistent temperatures throughout your home. Call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and AC at 814-226-8695 to schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this summer.
right, there we go. Timeout by the Terrors. Coach Francis talking things over. Down by 5 here are the Terrors. Karns City has led by as many as 8.
Zocker Motors scoreboard update, 1A semifinal at St. Mary's tonight, 16-8. First quarter lead for Clarion, Mike.
Thomas cruising in. That shot's no good by Thomas. Johnston with the rebound. Here's Johnston across the timeline. Up top it goes. That's Ritzert.
Cole Johnson into the game for the first time, 6'1" freshman guard. We saw him a lot throughout the regular season for Karns City. Gives some great minutes off the bench as a freshman for this Karns City team.
Johnston driving. Puts up that shot. Basket good by Johnston.
Cole Johnston.
So the freshman on the board. Ball handed off here to Shenfield. Francis now. Hands it to Splain. And back up top it goes to Shenfield. 5 minutes to go. In the second quarter is a Bauer-Wagner property second quarter. Want to let you know that. Ball underneath, comes back up top. Deep shot on the way by Shenfield. No, he doesn't take it. And the pass taken away by Bailey. Here's Bailey on the other end. And the basket good. Bailey, I like how he slowed down.
Well,
just to make sure.
What's most impressive about that is everybody likes to go off of just 1 foot for that layup, right, Mike?
Francis shot no good. Rebound, though, is by Caldwell, and his putback is good. Caldwell has been a machine.
4 putback buckets for Caldwell there. Talking about Bailey, the importance of going off of 2 feet. It's one of those just simple fundamental things. If you're expecting contact, get 2 feet underneath you and go up strong with that layup instead of doing the fast break 1 foot layup. If there's contact and no call, you're going to get kicked off balance a lot more than if you go off 2 feet.
That ball's going to be stolen away. Francis, we're going to have a foul here called against Karns City. 22-15 the score here, 4:08 to go in the quarter.
It's Cole Johnston picking up this foul. It's his first.
Cole Johnston is first.
First team foul the second quarter. 7-point lead for Karns City. The next, well, probably. I shouldn't say that. The next dead ball stoppage in play that we have will likely be the media timeout.
All right, so here we go with that ball. That is Caldwell. Hands that off to Francis. Francis works the left side corner. Splain shot on the way. Shot no good. Rebound by Johnston.
3-ball not falling for Otto Eldred tonight, Mike.
That was actually Callahan on the rebound. Johnson was standing right near him there. Ritzert's going to dump it inside, but it's stolen away. Right idea, but it's just to the wrong guy. Ball right side. Francis to Demick. Francis controls. Down to 3.5. Ball underneath Thomas, and Thomas will get the basket. And Thomas just slips.
Basket is good.
Are they going to say it was a foul?
Foul's on number 11,
okay.
Cole Johnston.
It's just going to be,
That's his second.
they'll just go common foul on this one, but it must have been something after the play,
yeah, I was going to
say,
because I didn't see him have contact going up strong. We'll take a timeout here, 3:23 to go here, 22-17 the score. You're watching Laurel Clinic Hoops on the EYT Media Network.
Ready to boost your team spirit? Look no further than ShopTeamwear.com, your one-stop destination for all your school and team apparel needs. We've got you covered whether you're a die-hard fan searching for the latest gear or aiming to fundraise for your team. And here's the best part, you're in control. Choose the products and prices that work for you. Discover the ultimate apparel shopping and fundraising experience at ShopTeamwear.com. It's time to gear up, fundraise with ease, and make a statement together. Boost your team spirit, empower your community. ShopTeamwear.com, where passion meets fashion.
Back here to action after the media timeout. Thomas at the line. He was fouled going up, and he'll have one shot for that 3-point play. Shot by Thomas is on the way, and that shot's no good. Rebound, though, by Caldwell. Splain with the shot. Good by Splain, and it's a 2-point ball game. Nails the three.
And we've been talking about it. The looks have been good from behind the arc for Otto Eldred. Those shots have fallen all season. They're going to fall tonight, too. It was time. And Otto Eldred gets that one to go.
Bailey with that ball. Bailey shaking and baking, goes to the free throw line underneath. Tried to get it to Kramer, but it's going to be taken away, Francis. Ball ahead to Thomas. Thomas driving in. Thomas is going to be called for the offensive charge. Bartow taking it.
Yeah, Bartow knew exactly where that was going, and he planted himself exactly where he needed to. He got right by the hoop there. College basketball, that's a blocking foul because he was inside the arc right by the hoop there. But high school basketball, that little arc doesn't matter at all. And he did a nice job of getting there, getting in a position, and offensive foul.
Here's Bartow working at 2:36 to go. 2-point ball game now. Kramer in the paint, fadeaway jumper. Kramer's shot no good. Ball underneath, and fighting for it was Thomas. Ball is going to stay Karns City ball here.
Yeah, Thomas went out of bounds holding the basketball, so we'll stay with Karns City. Hey, big thank you to Best Wealth Management and Muncie Law LLC of Clarion for helping us bring you tonight's ball game.
Ball's going to come in deep to Bailey, and he'll bring it back across the timeline. Bailey gets a pick, takes that shot, and the shot good by Bailey.
Take Bailey.
Got bodies flying all over the place.
Yeah, physical ball game, Mike, the whole way through, but not to the point of being out of control. It's just been a good physical basketball game. Great work from this officiating crew so far.
Francis shot from the corner. It's good by Francis. Those are his first points of the ball game, and we have a 1-point ball game, 24-23.
Back-to-back three-pointers for this Otto Eldred team.
Foul here is going to be called on Francis. Looks like he was trying to hug him.
Yeah, the thing that's going to get you in trouble there. So the tip, which is the thing that's going to get a rise out of everybody, was completely clean, Mike. The wraparound tip was clean, but the right hand came in and kind of hugged him and kept him from going anywhere. If he can get away with that, that's a great defensive play to make there because your guy can't move a whole lot, but the official was at a great angle to be able to see that one. That's a good call.
Up into the ball game. Drive to the hoop. Bartow, that shot no good. Fight for the ball. Who's going to get it? Peters fighting for it, and we're going to have a foul called. See who gets called here. Boy, Peters all about Thomas down on the court. They're going to call App.
Foul on number 11.
With it.
For Otto Eldred, Hunter App. That's his first. Team foul number 2.
Demick checking back in here too.
Substitution for Otto, number 33, Isaiah Demick.
Third team foul, under 2 minutes to play in quarter 2, so well under 2. So not necessarily at risk of going to the line just yet.
Callahan going to give that to Kramer. Kramer can move. Kramer spins around, gives it to Peters. Peters back to Kramer. Kramer takes that shot. Kramer's shot no good. Ball comes out. Bartow with it. Back up top, Bailey. Bailey spinning around. Bailey into the paint. Tries to dump it off, and it's going to be taken away. Here comes Francis with it. Francis to the left side to Splain. Back up top, Francis. Francis in the paint. He'll take the shot. Shot. Rolls around, goes.
Lyndon Francis.
And now the Terrors lead at 25-24. Wow.
Remaining in the quarter.
Karns City got off to a fast start in this one. 10-2 lead midway through that first quarter.
Offensive foul is going to be called here on Kramer.
And it's his second.
Foul's on number 4, Luke Kramer.
Keep an eye on that.
His second.
Ritzert will check in. That's a good idea from Coach Zach Keppel. Have him check out of the game too. Don't pick up a goofy third foul in the final 51 seconds of the first half.
So here comes Francis with it across the timeline. He's going to stand and wait.
Bailey's not counting. Yeah, they're not counting yet, Mike.
Demick. And Splain now with it. Back over to Francis. Down to 27 seconds. 1-point lead here for Otto Eldred. Karns City had led pretty much throughout, but Otto battling back. 17 seconds, clock rolling. Francis is going to back off. 10 seconds now to get things moving. Demick. And is there a timeout taken by Otto Eldred here? A quick 30-second timeout with 7 seconds.
Otto Eldred, 30-second
So
timeout.
let's get some more sponsors there.
Yeah, we do want to send along a big thank you. Of course, all the commercial sponsors that you're hearing tonight as well. Make sure you get out and say thank you to them. Keep in mind, folks, these District 9 games and into the PIAA playoffs, these games are not free. We have to pay to cover these games here. I want to thank Clarion Rehabilitation Services as well as New Bethlehem Moose Lodge number 366, Farmers Mutual Fire Insurance Company of Marble, Clairview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, and Country Springs Personal Care in Sligo as well. Big thank you to all of those folks. Interesting timeout. That's the third timeout taken by Otto Eldred in this half. Very much valuing this possession and getting a bucket here.
Splain shot on the left side. Good by Splain. And now Otto Eldred starting to kick things into gear shooting-wise. 27-24 as Otto Eldred will lead here at halftime. And we'll break, and we'll have the First United National Bank, the Fun Bank halftime show on the way. And with a 27-24 lead with Otto Eldred here at halftime, you're watching Laurel Eye Clinic District 9 AA Boys Semifinals. They're all right here on the EYT Media Network.
Brookville Equipment's always been well known in the community as a great local employer.
Very family-oriented company.
Brookville has a really great benefits plan here.
We're pretty diverse in what we do, from mining to streetcars to locomotives.
We're helping the infrastructure of the country.
Medical insurance, dental, vision, competitive wages, paid time off.
It's an opportunity. It's something that you can enjoy doing.
And you can apply right through our website.
The Pulse of Western Pennsylvania is in very good hands. It's a system of healthcare whose hospitals have earned some of medicine's most prestigious honors, like the top 10% in the country for specialty cardiac care, a heart surgery program ranked in the top 2% nationwide, and cited as high-performing for heart bypass, heart failure, and heart attack. The Pulse of Western Pennsylvania is indeed in very good hands at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Our focus has always been on you at Clarion County Community Bank. So let's talk about your needs of today and your plans for tomorrow. Let's talk if you're looking to update your home, expand your business, finance equipment, or establish a line of credit. Let's talk about making your dreams a reality at any one of our 4 locations in Clarion, New Bethlehem, Reimersburg, and Franklin. Clarion County Community Bank. There is a difference.
We're back here at Tippin Gymnasium. It is the First United National Bank, the Fun Bank halftime show here on the EYT Media Network. Explore Clarion and D9Sports.com. Mike Kalinowski to my right. It is Dustin Kifer. To my left, it is the man, the myth, and the legend, Brett English, on the computer, taking care of the engineering duties. Well, Dustin, Karns City led 16-9 after one, led by 9 points at one time, and but Otto Eldred was able to come right back, and they lead here at halftime, 27-24.
We talked about it throughout the half. Karns City has had a tendency, especially as of late, to open up some leads early on in the game. They are good at getting off to a quick start. They hit their shots early on into the game where some other teams can struggle at times hitting shots. And we saw that tonight. Karns City jumps out to a 10-2 lead in the first quarter, and we have the 27-24 halftime score here. Mike, let's take a look at some of those numbers.
I was just going to say, Red Bank Chevrolet stats. Here we go.
We'll start with Otto Eldred leading 27-24 at the half. It's an 11 points out of Braxton Caldwell. 8 of those 11 points coming off of second chance buckets. Putbacks, rebounds, and putbacks for them. 11 points, including a free throw from Braxton Caldwell. 7 points out of Manning Splain, including a 3-pointer. 5 points from Landon Francis. 2 points apiece out of Davey Shinfield and Sheen Thomas. Overall, Otto Eldred is 1 of 2 from the free throw line here at the half. 9 points in the first quarter, 18 points in the second quarter total for Otto Eldred. For Karns City, 7 points from Tate Bailey, 6 points from Luke Kramer, 5 points Hobie Bartow, 4 points from Jacob Callahan, and 2 points out of Cole Johnston. A 3-pointer from Hobie Bartow and a 3-pointer from Tate Bailey are our 2 3-pointers in the first half from Karns City. No free throws in the first half for the Karns City Gremlins. 16-9 was the advantage at the end of the first quarter, and an 18-8 nod to Otto Eldred in the second quarter sets our halftime score at 27-24. Do want to remind folks to send along a big thank you to these sponsors and our commercial sponsors as well. Eric Schick Insurance Agency, Eric Schick, a big-time supporter of all things youth sports in the area. And, I know my kids have played on Eric Schick Insurance Little League team for 3 or 4 years now down in Reimersburg. And he's a big-time supporter of youth sports and a huge supporter of everything that we do here on Explore Clarion. And so we send along a big thank you to Eric Schick Insurance Agency in New Bethlehem, as well as Friends of Donna Oberlander, State Representative for 63rd Legislative District. I'm going to guess you could hear that announcement because I can hear.
Well, let me tell you
Cadis.
what, they turned up Cadis tonight for some reason.
They sure did. But Clarion is leading at the half against Johnsonburg. That is the 1A semifinal. It is 29-19 Clarion leading Johnsonburg.
All right, we'll take the time out here. We're going to come back out. We got to get more sponsors in. Talk about the second half on the way. 27-24, Otto Eldred leads Karns City here at halftime. And you're watching the Laurel Eye Clinic District 9 AA semifinals. They're all right here on the EYT Media Network.
Dubrook, a division of M&B Group, is your trusted local ready-mix supplier for residential and commercial projects. Dubrook provides a full line of decorative concrete, as well as concrete supplies, along with a variety of concrete tools and accessories. Dubrook can provide services large or small for residential and commercial projects to contractors or homeowners. Dubrook is here to provide you with options and ideas to make planning your next project simple. Let Dubrook help you with the supplies you need to get the job done. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities with plants in Clarion, Du Bois, St. Mary's, Butler, Evans City, Bradford, and Meadville. Call 1-844-382-7665.
Welcome to 12 Series, a veteran-owned and operated company. Want to stand out amongst the crowd? This is the brand for you. They have apparel that ranges from cardio tanks and hoodies to sweat noggin covers. The apparel isn't just designed for the gym, it's designed for everyday life. Whether at work, the range, or at a family outing, 12 Series will turn heads. Find and like 12 Series on Facebook and Instagram.
Located at 511 Main Street in Shippenville, All American Awards and Engraving is expanding to provide even better customer service with that personal small-town feel. From embroidery to engraving to screen printing to personalized gifts, All American Awards and Engraving is ready to help you make your organization, business, school team, or event stand out with All American Awards and Engraving's quality promotional products. Visit their showroom for apparel, trophy, and awards ideas at 511 Main Street or visit their website at allamericanhq.com.
Are you a therapist who wants to make a difference? Do you want to help children and families who are struggling with serious behavioral problems? MHY Family Services is looking for therapists to join our new multisystemic therapy psychiatric team. Multisystemic therapy psychiatric is an evidence-based in-home intensive treatment approach that addresses the multiple factors that contribute to a child's behavioral problems. With this treatment, you can help children and families change their lives for the better. We are looking for passionate therapists to join our team. Apply now and become a part of the supportive and dynamic culture at MHY Family Services.
All right, back at Tippin Gymnasium, we're in the First United National Bank, the Fun Bank halftime show. Mike Kalinowski along with Dustin Kifer. We have Brett English over there on the computer taking care of the engineering duties. Video and camera work brought to you by Clarion University here, and Ben Jewett and a great group of guys here. I know Brett has helped them out too, and they do a really nice job. I want to thank them. But, boy, I was telling you, Dustin, I think if I was Karns City at halftime talking to these guys, I'd say stick your rear end into somebody.
Yeah.
Because Caldwell had so many second chance points in that first half, and a lot of times everybody was just kind of turning around and looking.
Well, we talked about it in the Red Bank Chevy halftime statistics there. It's 11 points to lead all scorers for the senior 6'5" center for Otto Eldred, Braxton Caldwell. 8 of those 11 points were on second chance opportunities. He got rebounds right by the hoop, and he put them back up and in. I mean, they weren't challenging shots. They weren't difficult, but very athletic basketball team, very physical basketball team. This has been a very physical game, and it's been a fun one so far between these two teams. If you're Karns City, do you start considering the possibility of cranking up the pressure a little bit? It's not like Zach Keppel to go to the full court press, the half court trap, anything like that. I'm sure he has it in his arsenal if he needs to, but just something to consider there for this Otto Eldred team. See if it causes them some problems. And if you're Otto Eldred, about halfway through that first quarter, and maybe 2-3 minutes left in that first quarter, took a timeout, and they cranked everything up. They went to a four-court press, a zone press for 1 or 2 possessions, and that was it, but really amped up the intensity on the defensive end.
Go to the third quarter. That'll wrap up the Fun Bank halftime show. Third quarter sponsors Penn State DuBois. And here we go. That is Francis with the basketball. It's a 3-point lead.
Not to mention the fact that shots started to fall, too, for Otto Eldred.
There were
a lot of good looks that they had in the first 5 minutes of this game that rimmed out, and they started to fall as the game went on.
Caldwell kicks it back out. Francis in that right corner. Driving into the lane. Francis breaks through the defense basket. Good.
Lyndon Francis.
And they do go back to the full court pressure here. A 1-2-2 press. Bartow and Bailey just play a little game of catch to get the ball to the floor.
Bailey hands it to Callahan. Callahan will take that shot. Callahan shot no good. Followed that shot. Fight for that basketball. It's going to go out of bounds, and it goes to Karns City. Like the hustle between Thomas and Callahan. What a great job to go after that.
Yeah, both on the floor. If you're Karns City, I think we talked about it in the keys to the game in the pregame show. Shot selection is an important part of this. We have a brief timeout here to tie a shoe. Shot selection is so important. And knowing, that's a shot that Callahan can make for sure. But a situation that Karns City, I think they're desperately in need of a good, solid possession and a good look. And while you might have a mid-range shooter like Callahan, that might not be the best look in that situation for Karns City.
Bailey underneath to Peters. Peters puts up the shot. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Splain. Here's Francis with it. Francis underneath, and the ball's going to be saved. Goes off of Kramer and out of bounds. Right back to Otto. I hope they can say it's already out of bounds.
Yeah, he had stepped out of bounds. When Caldwell got his hand finally on the basketball, he was out of bounds, and so it does go to Karns City.
5-point ball game now as Otto Eldred leads. Kramer up top. Right side to Bartow.
20-8 advantage for Otto Eldred since the start of the second quarter, Mike.
Kramer driving. Kramer puts up that shot. No good. Rebound pulled down. Kramer's going to knock it away. Callahan puts it up, and the basket good by Callahan, and he'll go to the line for the 3-point play.
Jacob Callahan, basket is good.
That ball just kind of fell. He was in good position, don't get me wrong. He put himself where he needed to be. He bodied somebody out of there. That ball fell right into his hands. It was almost like a surprise that it got to him. He goes up strong and gets the contact, but misses on the free throw. First trip to the line for Karns City in this game, Mike.
And Caldwell with the rebound. Driving Thomas kicks it out. And Thomas is going to get called for the charge. Who took it again but Bartow?
And that is the second foul on Thomas. Team foul number 2 in this quarter. And both of the fouls have been offensive fouls.
Seen a lot of those today.
Yeah, you saw Coach Derek Francis pointing 2 fingers to his head, looking at Thomas and saying, think. Same thing happened the last time.
Kramer.
Stop and pop. from 6, something like
Kramer's
that.
going to travel this time. Just took too big of a step.
Our good buddy Bob Dunkel. Do you remember him? He used to do games for us back in the day.
Vaguely.
It's been a while, but he used to always say a lot of those travels aren't just – guys don't just decide to walk with the basketball. It's usually something along the lines of a defense creating some traffic. Splain and Shenfield were the two guys that had the trap there for Otto Eldred that made that happen. Quick entry pass and a bucket for Braxton Caldwell. Nice feed inside to him. It's a 5-point lead again for Otto Eldred.
He's got 13 already. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. So Karns City will retain possession. Bartow will take it out. Again, it's Penn State Du Bois second.
You haven't seen anything. It's not like they've gone to some sort of zone trap or anything like that defensively for Otto Eldred. Just playing at a different intensity level. And Karns City's starting to get frustrated with the physicality of the game.
Dumps it in. Peters shot good. Peters' first points of the ball game come here in the third quarter at the 5:13 mark.
It's one of the missing pieces for the Karns City offense throughout much of that second quarter was taking the ball strong to the hoop and finding the open guy.
Shots off the mark. Bailey with the rebound.
And once again, Caldwell almost getting another rebound against the big guy Peters inside. That's been a great battle to watch here tonight. The 6'5 center for Otto Eldred, Caldwell, and a foul in the corner. It's going to go against Shenfield here. Should be his second. And the 13th foul against Otto Eldred. But that battle be between the 6'5 senior center, Caldwell, and the 6'6 junior from Karns City, Peters. It's been a fun matchup to watch.
Sure has been. 3-point ball game here.
We should
here in the third.
We should have Brett over there with the shop teamwear cam. You should just do ISO of that the entire night. I know he has nothing else to do on the production side of things, so he can do that for us.
Ball stolen away. Thomas is going to get it. Peters tried to pass it off there to Callahan.
Very clean first quarter for Karns City. Very few turnovers. I only had him for 1 or 2 in that first quarter. Otto Eldred has done a much better job of forcing those turnovers, just like we had on the last possession for Karns City.
Splain to take the ball to bounce, and the ball comes in here to Francis. Francis. It's it up top to Thomas. Thomas driving. Thomas to Demick. Francis again. Splain. Francis controls. 4:05. Splain. Splain's going to take that 3-point shot. No good. Splain followed his shot well. Gets the basket. Nice job by Splain that time.
9 points for Manning Splain, the 6-foot junior guard for Otto Eldred.
Bartow down to Johnston, and they're going to throw it away. Big turnover there, a 5-point lead for Otto Eldred. We've got a media timeout. We'll break. 3:42 to go here in the third, 33-28. Otto Eldred leads Karns City, and you're watching Laurel Eye Clinic AA semifinal right here on the EYT Media Network. All right, back at Tippin Gymnasium. PennWest Clarion and John Calipari Court. 5-point lead for Otto Eldred here in the boys AA semifinal. The next one, Red Bank and Clarion Limestone. Boy, starting to fill up for that one. Ball handed off, Francis. Down to the corner to Splain, back up top to Francis. Francis underneath to Thomas. And the basket, no good. Rebound pulled down by Peters.
Well, that's 3 good looks for Thomas that he's missed on, but I love the backdoor cut from the baseline for this Otto Eldred offense. Foul on the floor, I believe, Michael.
Yep. And Bailey did a nice job to get that foul picked up. That's going to be the 4th here on Otto Eldred. That's big with 3:14. Number 5 now gets you the 2 shots. Ball's going to come in deep to Bailey. He's going to let it go behind the timeline, and he'll bring it back across.
It's a high IQ basketball play there from Bailey.
Left side, Bartow, 3-pointer, left side, no good. Ball comes back, Callahan. Callahan puts it up strong, no good. Fight for the ball, Thomas gets it. Ball ahead to Francis. Into the lane, Splain driving shot, good by Splain.
The first step from Manning Splain there, Mike. That was impressive at the top of the key.
And Bailey, 3-pointer, drains that one. Oh my, was clear over at the old glass factory where he nailed that one.
Paying homage to Calipari's last name there. He shot it from right on top of Calipari's last name.
4-point lead, great ball game here between these two tonight. Splain's going to back off. Here's Thomas. Thomas hands it off to Francis. Francis, Splain, 3-pointer on the way. Shot goes. Splain used all that rim. And there will be a timeout. It will be a 30-second timeout. And we do want to thank Gatesman Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning, our timeout sponsor, 782-3280. That's 782-3280. 2:12 to go here in the third.
Michael, while we have a chance, let's thank a few more of the sponsors. You've heard from a bunch on our commercial sponsors tonight as well. They've been with us all season. A few extra friends are along for tonight. We want to thank Best Wealth Management. Also a big thank you to Clarion Rehabilitation Services, Muncie Law, LLC of Clarion, and New Bethlehem Moose Lodge 366, of course, in New Bethlehem. Also a big thank you to Farmers Mutual Fire Insurance Company of Marble, Clearview Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, and Country Springs Personal Care in Sligo, PA. Mike, I'd consider Country Springs if I were you. It is a really nice place. The folks there are wonderful. They treat everybody well. I know you're getting to that point where it's time to start thinking about it. So Country Springs is a wonderful personal care location. So
actually,
I'd recommend it.
Julie Cadis called me, and she wanted the number for Dave. Here's the shot. Oh, what a drive by Callahan in the paint. And Callahan picking up his 8th point of the ball game. 5-point ball game here at Tippin. 1:54 to go in the third.
Remember, folks, if you're just joining us, it was a 7-point, 16-9 lead at the end of the first quarter for Karns City.
Francis to the left side, comes back up top. Down to the corner. That is Shenfield.
One of the first questions I would ask Coach Francis of Otto Eldred if they end up holding on and winning this game is, what did you say in that timeout? Foul is going to put Otto Eldred at the line. Francis to shoot.
If that's on Kramer, that's number 3, but it's not. They're going to put that one
Callahan, I believe.
On Callahan.
But one of the first things I would say is, what was the message in that late first quarter timeout? Because the intensity changed, the style of play changed. Everything changed from that point on for this Otto Eldred team.
Shot on the way here by Francis. That's good, too. 30. They put that point up on Karns City side, so they'll have to take that away.
They got her taken care of. 7-point lead now for Otto Eldred.
Driving Bailey right to the hoop, spins around, takes that shot, and the shot's off the mark, comes out into the hands of Demick. Here's Francis across the timeline, 1:14. Ball in Francis's hands. Up top it goes to Splain. They're going to spread it out here.
Doesn't necessarily mean they're waiting for the last shot, but if you can spread Karns City out defensively, you find yourself an open look inside. Look at all the space from the top of the key into the middle there. Karns City in good help, obviously, but still a lot of space. Although they will probably be content to take the final shot up by 7 in the final minute of quarter 3. Yeah, Coach Francis puts both of his hands. You can probably see it in the shot there. He puts both of his hands out to his side and says, oh, hold on. We're fine. We're fine. We can run this down. Callahan gets a touch.
Foul going to be called here on Callahan. So that will be the second foul here against Karns City.
And the second on Callahan as well.
His second, team foul number 2.
Peters will check in.
2 fouls against Kramer, Johnston, and Callahan. 2 fouls on Shenfield, Francis, and Thomas for Otto Eldred, so no real foul trouble of note at this point.
Ball comes in to Francis. About 22 seconds to go here. They're going to work it up top. Ball will go to Caldwell. Now to Splain, down to the corner. Francis shot, three-pointer for the corner. It's good. Francis' second tray. It's a 10-point lead. It's 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Here's Bailey. Bailey shot, three-pointer at the buzzer. No good. And Otto Eldred leads by 10 as we go to quarter number 4. We'll take the time out. You are watching Laurel Eye Clinic District 9 Playoff Hoops right here on the EYT Media Network.
I chose MPRC because it was great to have a local, affordable option here in northwestern Pennsylvania. I live in this community and I wanted to stay in this community.
Learn more at discovernprc.org.
Best of luck to all our area basketball teams from your one-stop car, truck, and SUV dealer, Clarion Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us on Main Street in Clarion or start online at ClarionAuto.com.
All right, here we go. Quarter number 4. Bartow to take the ball out of bounds. Right in front of the broadcast area. We're set to go. A 10-point lead for Otto Eldred.
A 7-point Karns City lead at the end of 1 turned into a 3-point Otto Eldred lead at halftime, and then a 16-9 advantage in that one, Mike.
Ball back up top to Johnston. Lost it, picks it back up. Johnson will find Bailey. Fourth quarter, it's Dubrook fourth here on EYT. Bailey up top to Kramer. Kramer's going to fake. Kramer spins around. Back to Bartow. Bartow down to the baseline, puts up the runner, no good. That ball loose in the paint, fight for the basketball, and that is Ademic going to come up with it.
Offensively, completely out of sorts. Karns City has been in this second half, really for the latter part of the first half as well, too. Just no real shots. They're looking for a trap here potentially at the top. Nope, they're still.
And the shot for the corner, Splain for the left side, no good. Ball rebound, foul's going to be called here. As Bailey knocked to the ground there.
This one's going to go against Thomas, his third.
12, Sheen Thomas.
Reset the team fouls at quarter start here, so it's team foul number 1 on Otto Eldred. And the 10-point lead.
So a minute gone here in the quarter.
Seemed like a little frustration defensively for Karns City. They're almost a confusion or miscommunication. They were looked like Bailey was trying to get a trap at different times to the top there.
A nice shot by Bartow on that drive.
Got
around the defense. Some pressure put on now by the Gremlins.
Yeah, had to go to it at some point, right? When you're down by 10 in the quarter, have to change something up, give them a different look.
Ball, Francis, Splain, left side, Demick. Underneath. Francis with it.
So one of the things you have to avoid falling into if you're Otto Eldred is, not being willing. Nice catch there by,
good job by
our
Brett.
Producer, Brett English, and a turnover gives the ball back to Karns City. But it was one-handed catch too, by the way, folks, in case you didn't get that. I'm not sure if the camera was able to catch it, but if you're Otto Eldred, there were a couple of open looks for threes there that they were taking at the beginning part of the third quarter. And you have to avoid, you still want to play, you still want to take open shots and good looks that are available there. Callahan loses control of the basketball going up, and he's going to head to the line.
So Callahan will get a couple shots here.
His first team
But my point there being, it's easy to fall into the trap of let's run some time, let's get a really good look, let's get that layup that's there, and there's nothing wrong with that as the first shot goes for Callahan. But, you know, it's still in that point in the game where a 7-point game, we're okay with looks. Not saying we want to fire every open look that we have, but we're not afraid to take those either. Callahan makes both. He's in double figures as well, joining Tate Bailey.
6-point ball game, 2-possession game now. Ball ahead to Francis. Francis racing around down to the baseline. Thomas shot. It's partially blocked by Callahan, and Kramer's going to be fouled by Francis this time.
And that's foul number 3 on Francis. Under 6 to play in the fourth quarter. Not necessarily an issue at this point.
You would almost think that Karns City would be the more physical team right now, but it's really Otto Eldred.
It has been, yeah. Terror's bench wasn't too pleased with the fact that Thomas did not get a trip to the free throw line on his layup that he had. Freshman Johnston.
Callahan on the baseline. Callahan. Ball blocked by Thomas. Ball loose. Johnston get it. Johnston puts it up. Basket good. 4 for Johnston.
All 6 points of the fourth quarter have come from Karns City. It's back to a 4-point game, Michael.
Anything can happen now. Here we go. The ball down the court into the corner. Shenfield. Back up top it goes to Francis.
And they're looking to trap. Yep, they go to a 1-2-2 here, Mike, a zone trap.
Ball back to the left side to Thomas. Thomas up top it goes to Francis. Down to the corner to Thomas again. Splain works the ball underneath. Shenfield, and he's going to be fouled. Shenfield going to come up to the line here to shoot 2 for Otto Eldred.
Foul number 3 on Jacob Callahan.
Foul number 12, Jacob Callahan.
And good work from the fans. I'm going to commend the fans on this one because that's usually one that you're going to get a rise out of the people in purple and gold. That's all ball, that's all ball. Well, Callahan's running right at Shenfield on that one, and it's a ton of body before it. Officials in great position to make that call. First points of the quarter for Otto Eldred to go back up 5, Mike.
Shots off the mark, fight for the ball. Who's going to come up with it? We have a foul again. Caldwell's going to be fouled here.
Likely going against Kramer from behind.
Ball be taken out of bounds here.
It's his third.
His third. Team foul number 2.
Roddy Hartle sharing a few words with Kramer, just probably saying, hey, let's, calm this down or we're going to have to get involved with this here. And Roddy is a veteran official, and he knows that they don't want to be involved. They want to call the fouls, but they don't want to start interjecting anything else that they need to. That's great veteran officiating work there from Roddy Hartle.
Here's Francis up top, double teamed by the Gremlins. Lost the ball, stolen by Bailey, and a foul's going to be called on Francis. That'll be number 4.
Boy, that's big right there. And this just a simple change. It hasn't forced a bunch of turnovers. It did there. But the full court pressure, no turnovers forced there. The half court trap, Otto Eldred has really struggled with it.
Here's Bailey behind the back dribble. Going to find Callahan. Callahan driving down the lane. Callahan spinning around, puts up the strong shot. Basket good by Callahan.
Jacob Callahan.
And a timeout taken by Karns City. It's a 3-point ball game. 4:18 to go. Full timeout for the Gremlins. And we'll break. You're watching Laurel Clinic Hoops on the EYT Media Network.
At PennWest University, we're making college make sense again with programs tied to in-demand jobs. We're breaking down barriers and giving you more choices. We're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
All right, back here at Tippett Gymnasium, 4:18 to go here in the fourth. It is now a 3-point ball game. Otto leads, full court pressure put on by the Gremlins.
8-1 advantage for Karns City in this one. They've gone to a full court press, the half court zone trap, and it's worked well.
And the ball lost in the paint. Timeout's going to be taken by Kramer. Like the no call there by the officials. There was some banging going, but nothing that would warrant a call. This will be a quick 30. We'll break as well. And it is Laurel Clinic Hoops on the EYT Media Network.
What college is seen as and how college works is changing. Students are concerned with debt.
Through scholarships and grants, I didn't pay anything last year. They even paid for my books. You can't beat it. Like, why would I say no to that?
What I like about being part of an FQHC is that I grew up with two parents that were both nurses. And I don't have the ability to be a nurse. I'm not clinical, nor should I be clinical. So it's really special to me to get to work behind the scenes.
All right, back here on EYT, 4:05 to go in the fourth. Timeout here by the Gremlins as they got the ball there. Kramer took that quick 30-second timeout.
Otto Eldred, not really a full court pressure, but they do pressure Tate Bailey. Keep him from getting the inbound.
Shots off the mark. Kramer rips it down. Kramer. And a foul's going to be called in the paint for 3 seconds. And now we do have the media timeout. So 3:50 to go here in the fourth. We'll break 3-point lead for Otto Eldred, and we'll be back with more after this. Laurel Clinic Hoops on EYT.
Looking for a new Bobcat tractor? Northeastern Equipment Sales and Rentals has inventory on the lot, ready to be loaded up so you can get to work on tough jobs. Check out Bobcat of Clarion at 1214 East Main Street in Clarion.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIP.
Throughout West Central Pennsylvania, people are losing their glasses. Well, they haven't really lost them. They just don't need them anymore. Thanks to the amazing LASIK surgeons at Laurel Eye Clinic. Call Laurel Eye Clinic and schedule your free consultation.
All right, so after our media timeout, it is Otto Eldred ball. Pressure again put on by Karns City. 3-point ball game. Boy, it's anybody's right now. Ball to Thomas. Thomas driving. Shot good. Thomas got away with a little extra step there, too.
Yeah, just stepping around Kramer on that one. It's a couple of times he's been called for a charge.
Kramer's shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Francis. 5-point ball game. Ball across, Splain over to Thomas. Thomas hands that off to Caldwell. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Otto.
Coach Derek Francis, I think, had originally indicated for a timeout there, Mike, and then decided, I don't want that, because that should be his last timeout, Mike.
All right, so that's a full one. We'll break quickly. Laurel Clinic Hoops are live here on the EYT Media Network.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kales kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kales, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
There you go. You hear the buzzer. Back we go. 3:14 to go here in the fourth. And Otto with the basketball. It's a 5-point ball game. The ball underneath. Francis And a nice drive to the hoop. The shot's missed by Caldwell, but he gets it back, and he's going to be fouled. Caldwell, nice job on the boards tonight. He has been fantastic.
Caldwell had 11 points in the first half, only 2 points in the third quarter, Mike. But we talked about it at halftime. 4 of those buckets and an and one free throw came from second chance opportunities. And Caldwell once again, this time his own miss, gets the rebound and the putback to go. 14 points now for Caldwell. He ties Manning Splain for leading scorer. Actually leads all scorers in this game. Landon Francis right behind at 12 points.
Yeah, that second shot good too, huh?
He now leads all scorers with 15, Mike. And it's back to a 7-point game.
Bailey driving. Bailey is going to be fouled here as Bailey will get up to the line.
Mike, there's a few notable things happening here now. So that's Shane Thomas's 4th foul. It's team foul number 5 against Otto Eldred as well. So a lot of different things here. You got 4 fouls on Thomas. You got 4 fouls on Landon Francis. You have 5 team fouls on Otto Eldred. A lot of different things to keep in mind in the final part of this game. Bailey now with 11 points. And I'm pretty sure that last timeout, because Derek Francis didn't want it. He wanted it because he wanted to keep possession, and then he hesitated as soon as he called it on that last timeout. He didn't want it. He didn't want it because it is his 5th and final timeout of the game. So Otto Eldred's got to play this last 3 minutes with no timeouts. May not be an issue, but we'll have to wait and see.
So
correction. I might be wrong on that one. They still do have the 1 timeout.
Ball comes up top to Francis. 5-point ball game here, 2:37. Otto's going to try to pull Karns City out, make them foul here, is what it looks like. Ball left side. Splain back up to Francis. Francis back to Splain. 3-pointer on the way by Splain. It's no good. Bartow with the rebound. Bartow had it tipped away, and he's going to spin back around, gets it to Bailey. Here's Bailey. Bailey steps back. Deep 3-pointer by Bailey. Bailey nails the 3-pointer, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Bailey for 3.
What a 3-point shot. I was just about to say, I don't know about that one, Mike.
Foul up top. They're going to call Bartow here.
And that is the first foul on Bartow. Team foul number 4 on Karns City. And a timeout taken by Coach Keppel and Karns City.
All right, we'll break 2, 48-46. Minute 59 to go here in the 4th. You're watching Laurel Eye Clinic Hoops on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
We are bringing college to rural Pennsylvania. We're helping people that didn't have a college option before. And the way we do that is through dedicated faculty and student services team and through technology, so that people that didn't have that option before now have that option.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
And back to action. And a steal by Bartow on the other end. And we got a tie ball game.
Javi Bartow.
48-48. We came back just in time for the steal. Here now, Otto Eldred with a minute and a half. We are tied. Ball in the paint. And the ball lost out of bounds. And it goes to Karns City. We're going to say Caldwell lost it out of bounds.
Mike, quick reset of the game situation here. I had misspoken a little bit earlier. Otto Eldred does have 1 timeout. Karns City with 2 timeouts. Possession arrow points to Otto Eldred. Tie ball game, minute 15. What's the strategy, Michael?
I don't know. We will find out, but the ball's in the hands of Bailey. You know, anything can happen.
Look at this overload on one entire side of the court for Karns City. And Johnston and Bailey just play a little game of catch? Are you willing to run the clock the whole way down?
I don't know.
See why not, right?
We'll find out. Johnston and Bailey up here.
With 2 timeouts still remaining for Karns City, even if you get in trouble, they get a trap on you, something like that, you can take the timeout here. Bailey's three-pointer with 2:08, got it back within 2. Bartos' steal and layup tied the ball game. What a game this one has been. And they are going to look for the last shot here, Mike.
Down to 30 seconds.
Yeah, look for a timeout somewhere in that 20, 15, 10-second range, whatever Coach Keppel feels comfortable with, and whatever play he wants to go with here. Going to keep his eye on the ball.
Bailey with it, down to 17, 16, down to 15, down to 14, 13 seconds, down to 12, 11 seconds, 10. Bailey gets tied up, and we get a timeout. Yep, the timeout was called, and Karns City will have the timeout with 7 seconds. Full timeout. Well, we'll break. Don't go away. 7 seconds to go. We're tied at 48. What's going to happen? And it is a Laurel Eye Clinic, District 9 Hoops on EYT.
With so much to protect each day, Eric Schick Insurance and Financial Services is here to help you find the right coverage that fits your life. Call 814-275-2210 to learn more.
All right, here we go, folks. Here's the scenario. 7 seconds to go. Karns City with the timeout. 48-48. We're all tied. Karns City will have the ball in their front court.
1 timeout apiece. Possession arrow, Otto Eldred. Both teams shooting if there's a foul here, Mike.
So here we go. If you're Otto Eldred, you have to contest the shot, but you don't want to foul. And Otto did have 1 timeout left. They're going to use it.
Karns City. Timeout Otto, a full timeout.
And it's full as well.
All right, so that is the 3rd and final timeout, or the 5th and final timeout, 3rd and final full timeout for Otto Eldred.
Yeah,
they don't have any left. Karns City has 1 left.
We'll hold here, still 7 seconds. I do want to thank our timeout sponsor, Gatesman Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning. Of course, after this one, we got a great one coming your way, too, in the other semifinal, Red Bank Valley and Clarion Limestone. And I'll tell you what, this crowd is really filling in, and I don't think anyone's going to go anywhere.
Hey, quick Zocker Motors scoreboard update from St. Mary's tonight in 1A semifinal. Clarion all over Johnsburg now, 49-30. Clarion punching their ticket to the District 9 1A championship game. Mike, if fans are just joining us, maybe tuning in, looking for that Red Bank CL game, 43-33 was the lead for Otto Eldred at the end of the 3rd quarter. They have scored just 5 points in this quarter, Mike, and 1 field goal from Sheen Thomas, and that's it for Otto Eldred in this one. Karns City, full court pressure, half court trap, has led to a comeback here. This is going to be fun. Let's go.
7 seconds. Ball comes into Bailey. It's 5 seconds. Bardo underneath. Ball tip goes out of bounds. It's going to stay Karns City ball with 2 seconds. 2.7.
He has a timeout. Coach Keppel, he's going to take it.
And it's a 30-second timeout. So that is their final timeout. We're going to hold here 2.7 seconds, 48-48.
And you got a baseline inbound. That's ideal. So now as you're over there, you're drawing up one of 2 different things. You're either drawing up something that's a mid-range jumper, a three-pointer. That's more likely to be an open look because you have to assume they're going to pack the paint here and try to take away any sort of easy shot there. But, you know, this is where the experienced coaches, and both sides have them right here, this is where the experienced coaches, they've got one of these in their back pocket. It's not a baseline inbound play they've been running all year. It's not one that they've run very often. You assume it hasn't been seen on film, and putting something together and have one ready to go here. You just saw Coach Derek Francis for Otto Eldred. Every assistant coach had their hands straight up, just saying, look, if they get an inbound in the paint, we can't bring our arms down and put them to the line for a chance to win the game.
Here we go. Bartow right in. Wide open. It's Dustin. Basket good, and Karns City wins it. 50-48. Oh, my goodness.
Karns City 50, Otto Eldred 48.
And what a celebration.
It came wide open, Michael. Wide open for the freshman. You can't draw it up any better. What a dream scenario for Cole Johnston, the freshman off the bench in this game, who gave great minutes in this one to win it for the Karns City Gremlins.
Unbelievable. We'll take a quick timeout. We're going to total things up, and we'll be back with the Clarion County Community Bank postgame show right here on EYT.
With so much to protect each day, Eric Schick Insurance and Financial Services is here to help you find the right coverage that fits your life. Call 814-275-2210 to learn more.
At PennWest University, we're making college make sense again with programs tied to in-demand jobs. We're breaking down barriers and giving you more choices. We're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
Throughout West Central Pennsylvania, people are losing their glasses. Well, they haven't really lost them. They just don't need them anymore. Thanks to the amazing LASIK surgeons at Laurel Eye Clinic. Call Laurel Eye Clinic and schedule your free consultation.
Want to cut your cooling costs this summer? With a highly efficient air conditioning system, you can save up to 50% in energy cost while enjoying more consistent temperatures throughout your home. Call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and AC at 814-226-8695 to schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this summer.
All right, back at Tippin Gymnasium. What a finish as the freshman Cole Johnston somehow comes wide open, bounce pass to him, basket, horn sounds, and Red Bank Valley's in the Karns City's in the championship coming up on Saturday. Wow, this one.
Mike, I just went back and watched it back on our feed on exploreClarion YouTube there, and he lined up. I mean, it wasn't designed for him. I would assume it wasn't, but he's standing on the left side of the free throw line there, and it was almost like he could sense. And I'd love to. I know sports editor Mike Kilroy is going to have an interview with him coming up here, but that's going to be after the game. But he just comes wide open. Nobody got on him. He busted straight to the hoop. Good work by Hobie Bartow not to get stressed in that situation and only be looking for a certain thing to happen there. But, that can be the decoy of a guy like Tate Bailey. When you have Bailey out there, and I'm sure they were looking for him in that situation, when you got Bailey, all eyes have to go to Bailey. And you get a guy like Johnston, he broke straight to the hoop, and literally nobody went with him. One guy, one defender for Otto Eldred did bounce off of the low block on the opposite side, but just didn't get over there in time. And the hero, Cole Johnston, gets his 6th point of the game, and that finishes off for the Karns City Gremlins. What a win. What a win.
Beautiful win for them. And why don't we look at the Red Bank stats quickly here?
Yep, 15 points leading the way. Tate Bailey for Karns City here, including 3 3-pointers, 12 points from Jacob Callahan, 9 points from Hobie Bartow, and the game-winning assist on the inbound pass. Luke Kramer, Cole Johnston, 6 points apiece, and 2 points out of Shane Peters is your total for Karns City. They went 4 of 5 from the free throw line, did the Karns City Gremlins in tonight's game. For Otto Eldred, it was 15 points, tying for leading scorer overall. Braxton Caldwell, he had 11 of those in the first half, Mike. 14 points out of Manning Splain, 12 points from Landon Francis, 4 points from Sheen Thomas, and 3 points out of Davey Shenfield for Otto Eldred. They were 6 of 8 from the free throw line, a couple of 3-pointers from Splain, 2 3-pointers from Francis, and for Karns City was a 3-pointer from Bartow, 3 3-pointers from Tate Bailey, and that was your totals there. It was a 16-9 lead at the end of the first quarter for Karns City. An 18-8 advantage in the second quarter gave Otto Eldred a 27-24 lead. 16-9 advantage in the third made it a 10-point, 43-33 Otto Eldred lead at the end of 3. And then Karns City holds Otto Eldred to just 1 bucket in that fourth quarter. It was Sheen Thomas with a bucket in that one. 3 free throws later for Otto Eldred, just 5 points in that quarter. They changed to a full-court press. They went to a half-court trap as well, a zone trap. It didn't get a ton of turnovers, but it caused some problems. And Karns City gets the victory on the last second bucket from Cole Johnston. Our final score, 50-48 for Karns City.
All right, so we'll take a time out here. And, we do got to get, for the Clarion County Community Bank postgame show, Hager Paving player of the game, of course. It's going to be Bailey. I think an honorable mention should go to Johnston, though, as the freshman gets that winning bucket.
Hey, and one last thing, too, from this Otto Eldred team. I mean, that's a tough loss to take. I think they had their sights set on a District 9 championship this year after losing last year to CL. This is a team that plays, I mean, you can see it. They play a ton of basketball games. This is a year-round thing for this team. That is a program that is thriving right now at Otto Eldred. Tough loss to take. Don't be surprised if they can put together a little something in the state playoffs here, too. Because, like I said, a program that is no doubt thriving.
Well, that's going to wrap up the Clarion County Community Bank postgame show. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to come back with the second game. We will break from this feed. You will have to rejoin the next stream, so you can pick up Red Bank and Clarion Limestone. So that'll do it here, 50-48. Karns City moves on to the championship on Saturday. You're watching Laurel Clinic Hoops right here on EYT.